What is also, kind of exciting me is to talk about your inspiring professional journey.
It's been a long journey, more than 27 years in corporate life, 14 years into equity research, almost another 13, 14 years into wealth management. The moment actually I crossed 40, the responsibilities, the travel, hectic schedule, and stress levels, and plus being associated with equity markets, all this actually had started taking a toll on my hair. I started this hair patch exercise. It went off well for a year, but then I had a serious infection in the area where they applied the gum, and that escalated. For a couple of months, I was wearing a cap. So ultimately, now it's a question whether you want to look smart and good, or you want to continue, with your old habits. If I am sitting in front of a wealthy person of India, okay, I should look good. That's how then me and my wife we came to Assure, and the entire hair transplant process happened thereafter.
The ones who are in the 40s, 50s age group, they feel, okay, now is it too late to do it?
I think people should move ahead in life, okay? A lot of apprehensions and a lot of misconceptions, myths and everything gets solved. After doing 2 phases of hair transplant, I'm very comfortable, and whoever actually meets up in events and everything, they keep asking. I peacefully explain to them the entire thing.
Yeah.
So that actually they know the right side of the picture. The more you look very smart, very good, it gives a lot of positive vibes and feel good factor. So I think anyone who has issues of baldness or hair loss should actually take a plunge and do it. It's like one time pain is lifetime gain,
It's the right investment.
and returns could be very good.
Hi Rusmik sir, a very warm welcome on our channel Beyond the Mirror. Thank you so much. It's so wonderful to have you here with us.
Thanks, it's a pleasure to be on this podcast, and I've been very grateful to Assure, especially the kind of looks I get now. It's far better than when I had original hairs also.
Yeah.
So that way I'm obliged to Assure, and very happy to come on this podcast.
Thank you so much. We are, of course, going to talk about your hair journey, definitely. But I think what is also, kind of exciting me is to talk about your inspiring professional journey. You, I think, were in 27 years in a corporate world, and now you've started your own equity research firm. And I think what I really liked about your, balanced approach towards life is with work, you also like to pursue your hobbies, your singing, your health, and you have a very balance of everything. So I think that will also be a very great conversation ahead. And of course, eventually we'll speak about hair also. So to start with, sir, firstly, we know that investment and finance, this particular sector has grown rapidly over the last 1 decade. So what is your perspective, and what shift did you see?
Thanks. Yeah, it's been a long journey. I worked for almost more than 27 years in corporate life. 14 years into equity research, almost another 13, 14 years into wealth management. And there was a desire actually to do something on my own pre-COVID, but maybe post-COVID it got a little delayed, and then I moved on in 2023 on my own. Okay. The good part is that I have been associated with a lot of wealthy families and HNIs, ultra HNIs and family offices for the last 15, 16 years now. That's something which has helped me a lot in dealing with those kind of set of people.
Yeah.
And there were a few families, they wanted to actually work with me exclusively. So though I had two anchor families who started, gave me a push to start my own.
Yeah.
That's how this journey started. So
Right.
it's a good entrepreneurial journey that started off, and very happy now. I save a lot of time travel because Bombay, you are aware, travel kills.
Yes.
Okay, going to BKC, you spend almost 4 to 5 hours just in traveling.
True.
And that's complete waste of time. And once you have your ability to actually do something on your own, I think that's something which people should pursue and do, especially after COVID. Perspective of life has changed for a lot of people.
Yeah, true.
So that has also been one of the reasons why we need to devote some time to family, friends, and also in corporate life, whatever you say, you cannot, do what you want in life. And I'm almost 50 plus now.
Yeah.
So the objective is that next 10, 15, 20 years, enjoy life, have a balance, go spend time with nature, do trekking, do photo shooting, whatever you want actually.
Yeah.
And I have certain dreams of some sports activities we pursued, which was not possible during corporate job life. So these are some of the reasons why I took my entrepreneurial journey, and it's good. So right now working with 6 large families.
Wow.
And have a decent size of direct equity. So so that's the entire background to my journey.
What has been your learning over those 2 decades? Because almost 20, 27 years you were into corporate, and obviously things have also evolved and changed with time. What have been those learnings that is helping you now in your entrepreneurial journey?
It has taught us how to be actually more process driven, more risk management actually, how, because in our field actually when you're managing money, okay, risk management becomes very important, unlike other fields. So for us actually, being in bank, both domestic, international, plus working with a lot of other corporates, learnings have been very good. So what we have done is actually we have created a checklist. So we normally have a checklist to follow and a negative checklist also. Okay, so avoiding mistakes is the biggest learning in this in equity markets particularly. Okay, if you can avoid mistakes, that itself actually gives you a 50% headroom to make and achieve your goals and objectives that way. So lots of learning actually when in terms of how the markets are matured in India. Okay, how people look at equities, the post-COVID, the cult that is coming to equity markets now. Earlier, companies were not so much researched. Now, a lot of social media, a lot of Twitter handle and everything provides a lot of information. And a big change is artificial intelligence also now. So now we use AI very intensively in our work also.
Okay.
Whatever mistakes we have committed, frankly, in the last 15, 20 years, we're trying to see how not to do those mistakes.
Right.
That's the first step. Okay, that's the biggest learning for us in our finance field per se. And then probably seeing how to consistently consistency is very important in our business. Okay, we would like to be like a tortoise rather than be a rabbit, because that's the way you gel with the family goal, vision, what they want, and slow, steady money making is what actually helps. So I blend my experience of equity research, fund management, advisory, whatever I've learned in the last 25 years now, in the way we advise and manage families now going forward.
I think this sounds like a very stressful work also, and I'm sure you have to take such sharp financial decisions and still stay calm under the pressure and stress. So how do you manage that?
It's stressful, so till the time you don't take undue risk, okay, and you are not playing volatility, you are quite safe and steady. Okay, the moment you get into momentum or you get into a lot of volatile phases of investments, then there's a cause of concern. You are quite worrying even at the night when you're sleeping. You'll not have proper sleep. How will this behave? How will this returns move here and there? What I do to keep myself calm is a lot of religious, some meditation, religious approach which is there, which has worked a lot. I think so in India. Most of the successful investors, be it a Gujarati or Marwadi families and brokers you would have seen, most of them are religious quite. But at the same time, probably we quietly take a lot of breaks also in between. So every a month or quarter, I just step out, leave Bombay, go out, come back fresh,
unwind and
come back. So what happens actually, you quite refreshed. Okay,
that you're more focused once you're back.
Another reason is that my new office is very close to my house. Okay. So in 10-15 minutes you reach. So what happens is you're not tired. You're very fresh. Creativity is there with you. So all these things actually, in a way help to balance the stress level which
in
you
Mumbai,
face.
This is important because your energy is drained in commuting most of the times. When if office is closer to home, I think that saves a lot of time, energy.
So that's a blessing for me now, which wasn't there for many years when I worked in corporate life.
Right.
The markets are very volatile, so that creates a lot of stress. But how do you actually balance it out is very important.
It's very important.
That's all.
Now, talking a little on the other aspect, which also I'm quite excited to talk about, is your hair restoration journey. That's how we are associated with you
Yes.
at Assure. So, just going a little back before we go into the treatment part, at what age did you start experiencing the hair loss, and what was initially, psychologically, how was that impacting you both professionally and personally? Can you just probably discuss on that?
Hair loss in my case actually has been more to do with the job culture, or probably the lifestyle which actually emerged in the, because as you go higher in the
Yeah.
rankings and the hierarchy of a corporate world, your responsibilities and stress levels just keep
Yes.
multiplying. Okay. The moment actually I cross 40, the responsibilities, the travel, hectic schedule, and stress levels, and plus being associated with equity markets, all this actually had started taking a toll on my hair,
Hair.
and the baldness started emerging actually, or escalating post 40s. Okay. uh, there were remedies tried a lot, but maybe till we don't change our lifestyle, it doesn't. So that continued. In fact, things worsened only. And I was just thinking, like, my dad didn't have any baldness. My brother,
There was no genetic
no
history
genetic.
also.
My elder brother has got full hairs at the age of, he's like 9 years older than me, but he is also having full hair. So I realized that all this is because of the
Work
tension, job
stress.
pressure, and stress and everything which comes along. That's how. So there was no alternative,
Yeah.
and I used to hear and see all these treatments happening, on hair transplant,
Yeah.
everything, but the job profile was such that you couldn't afford to take this huge break, of having this change over a period of next 3 months, 6 months. So it's only maybe post leaving the job, then I took this decision of going through and having this hair transplant.
Right.
So immediately I didn't go to hair. So I had a close friend in my building, and he used to wear a hair patch. Okay.
Acha, okay, the hair system.
Yeah, hair patch. And it was a good solution, and it was working very fine. So
And it's a quick fix.
Yes. So once I quit my job, I said, let's try this first. It gave me very good looks also. I started this in somewhere in April 23. I quit my job in February, March, and then April I started this hair patch exercise. It went off well for a year. But then in coming 2024 summer, I had a serious infection, evolve. In the area where they apply the gum,
You put the
to
glue,
put the
the
pitch,
glue, yeah.
the glue side, and that escalated. Okay, so then it was a very serious issue for me. I had to stop wearing the patch. So like literally for a couple of months, I was wearing a cap just to avoid, not to be seen in that bad shape kind of a thing. So, but luckily for me, I had my wife's close friend, his husband. We were very close as a family friend.
Yeah.
He had done his hair treatment in Assure 3 years back.
Okay. Hair
So,
transplant?
Yeah, hair
Okay,
transplant, and he had got amazing results. So very impressed about that. So I was just thinking about, and coincidentally, one of our friend, very close friends, stays in Belgium. He happened to come in July with a 7 of them came to Assure and did the hair transplant at one go in July 24. And I happened to meet him in somewhere in August, September. And he said, why don't you try this? I said, yeah, already I know. I'm not very...
You had multiple
I had
references.
some background of Assure. And his conviction actually, gave me the courage
Confidence.
to, let's explore.
Yeah.
That's how then me and my wife, we came to Assure, and this entire hair transplant process happened thereafter.
Yeah. Since you actually, it's good that you mentioned about your previous experience about the hair patch. Not that it goes wrong with everyone, but this is a very important thing for people to know, especially the listeners who are listening to us now, because it's a very short-term fix, right? When you wear a hair patch, it's also a lot of maintenance, because you have to put that glue and tape and stick it around. And like you rightly said, every skin type is different. So in your case, probably the summers when you sweat, or there could be some hygiene issues. Sure. We go to the gym, we work out, we travel. There are a lot of constant, friction and wear and tear happening. I think from the long term, with most patients, this is what we've heard, especially when we consult them, that for a year or two, it was okay. But if you have to wear that lifelong, sometimes it's quite a burden and you're not very comfortable. And it looks a little less natural also sometimes. Yeah. So I think the transplanted hair looks good.
Yeah.
I hope you are happy with that decision.
Very happy, very happy.
Yeah.
No, you're right. For me, it was a stopgap arrangement to start with.
Yeah.
Okay, I had plans actually of doing it maybe after some time, but the intention was once you settle, your business is settled, because a lot of things were new for me during that time.
True.
So I did it actually, but you're right. It's not a very long-term solution. It gives you a very short-term answer or solution to your thing, but it has its own nuances and issues are there.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
as you rightly said, it's very difficult to actually maintain it consistently, and there are a lot of restrictions also which come in. Okay, so I had a fear. I never used to go into swimming pool with that because there's a fear that if something happens with the glue or something like that, which is not the case now. So now whenever we go out, fearlessly I can go into the swimming pool and swim and do whatever I want to do.
Yeah, it's your natural hair.
It's a natural
with a
hair
transplant.
Natural hair. Yeah.
Also with age, because you're 50, you mentioned 50 plus, the graying and all of that, the natural process of hair, what you can have with your own transplanted hair versus if you kind of artificially stick something, all of that also makes it look a little less natural at a certain age. Like somebody at the age of 20, maybe, that abnormal density looks good. But I think we prefer something very subtle when we are in the age of 40s and 50s. So I think transplant makes it look a little more natural also.
Then fair, I think what you're saying is perfectly right. In my case, I was very fortunate. I had a very dense, coverage at the back donor area. So for me, it was like 90% fitting in. Maybe only someone closely looks, you could have realized that this guy is wearing a patch kind of. But as I said, it had a lot of limitations and a lot of restrictions and everything, which wasn't a very long-term solution. Maybe it was a blessing in disguise for me that I got an infection and then and my friend also came in, and that's how actually
everything happened at the same time.
Yeah.
And that's how it pushed you for the decision also.
One more reason actually why I also had the same thing which others, maybe a lot of your clients will have the same phenomena, is that you have a fear at the back of the mind. It's a very painful process.
I was actually going to come to that did you hesitate to do a transplant and hence went for a patch with a fear of pain?
No, in my case actually I had nothing to go back, because for me either I could have continued the hair patch or probably just shave off my head and just look very different altogether. But no, I think so mentally once you get ready, I think then it's a matter of just getting it done. That's the only thing. And thankfully once we came to Assure, we met Payal. She gave us a lot of very nice explanation, which actually settled a lot of doubts and fears and issues which we had at the back of the mind. And I think once you step in and you meet, a lot of apprehensions and a lot of misconceptions, myths and everything gets solved, which gives you 50% of your problem is resolved over there, and the 50% is you have to take a bold decision. Okay, I want to go ahead and see. Ultimately now it's a question whether you want to look smart and good or you want to continue with your old habits and not upgrade. So I had a very clear mind that if I am sitting in front of a wealthy person of India, okay, I should look good. Okay, that cannot be compromised. So that was my way of looking at it, and that's what made me decide to go ahead with this hair transplant.
True, and I think a lot of people who are listening to you definitely will relate a lot, because the ones who are in the 40s, 50s age group, they feel, okay, now is it too late to do it? If I was in my 20s, 30s, it was fine. Now will my body accept? Will it be comfortable? All those fears and apprehensions, like you said, are rightly true that they do have in their mind. So what do you want to tell to those listeners who are of your age group?
I think people should move ahead in life. Okay, many years back cataract was very painful. It's become so easy. Same tooth implant and so forth. I think it's a everyday routine. Okay, the way people look at it. So after doing 2 phases of hair transplant, I'm very comfortable, and whoever actually meets up in events and everything, couple of friends and all that, they keep asking, I peacefully explain to them the entire thing, so that actually they know the right side of the picture, and they can also take a bold decision to do it. But it's worth doing, because technology developments in today's world allow to do a lot of complicated things. That's the way we look at it. So I think anyone who has issues of baldness or hair loss or probably should actually take a plunge and do it without any fear. It's like one time pain is lifetime gain. That's the way
yeah.
they should look at it. That's
It's
all.
the right investment.
Yeah. And one more good thing which has happened is, people keep watching a lot of the celebrities. Everyone knows the history of a lot of the celebrities. Including a lot of known, anchors and everyone. So they've seen actually that it's not so difficult. And it matters a lot when it comes to looks. Okay. So at least for the betterment and better look, I think one should just go ahead and do it.
Initially, I also mentioned that one other hesitance was, taking out so much time in your busy schedule because you're focusing on work, and in between that, you didn't know whether, this is doable or no. How was your experience? Did that impact your work a lot? Because most professionals who are at a stage like you, that is also one thing that keeps dealing and pushing it back. So what was your experience?
I think 1 week is good enough, because I've seen, post that 4 days of whatever transplant, and swelling, everything just goes away after 2-3 days and you're normal. Okay. So to that extent, I had this fear actually when I was working, that it's not doable. But now since I'm on the other side, I've done it. I think for any professional, be it a very senior executive or whatever in firm also, they can do it. I think they just need to devote 2 weeks of time. And in a career of another 10 years or 15 years in your job profile, spending 2-3 weeks for yourself is not a big deal to that extent. And it's worth it actually, because it gives you a new life. And it's worth all the pain which you, or whatever minor pain you have to go through. But it's worth doing it. It's an investment in yourself. You have to look at that way.
Yes,
okay.
True.
And returns could be very good going forward.
Right. And we're very thankful actually, because when you speak so frankly and so, candidly and very unfiltered, people do connect a lot, because this is a very real experience you're sharing. No matter how much ever as doctors we explain the procedure, but somebody who's gone through it, and when they speak, I think it adds more and more value to the whole procedure and everything. So it's going to be useful to a lot of people who are listening to you.
In my field, actually, a lot of people lose hair at a very early age because of the kind of stress and tension
levels.
They take with finance related business. So probably at least I can share it in my LinkedIn and other places, so they can also
get that inspiration from you.
Definitely.
Tell me psychologically, because you also went through that hair loss phase and then you also got your hair restored now. What are those 3 things you felt changed? Of course, physical appearance is one thing, but apart from that, 3 major factors you saw shifting and changing in your life after this transformation.
So one is actually your self-image, confidence changes a lot. Okay, but ultimately every day, you are staring at yourself in the mirror. Okay. And looks matter a lot over there. The more you look very very smart, very good, it gives a lot of positive vibes and feel good factor. Okay, that itself gives you a kick and start to the day. And you're well motivated to go about doing a lot of activities, because you don't have that fear, and psychologically you are, I'm looking very smart. I'm not looking very bold or very dull kind of a person. That's all. So these are very important things actually, which matter a lot in personal development or in any personality. Which these are traits which are very very helpful during especially when you're getting into a peak phase of your career. Okay, that's the time actually you are very important for a lot of people. Okay, and that's the time you want to look much more smarter and much more graceful. Okay, because when you're starting a career, obviously you are just me too kind of a person in the system. But as you keep going up, either in professional life or in business, whatever, you are looked upon by a lot of people below you. Okay, there's an entire set of hierarchy, people who observe you. And what happens if you have a very healthy life, if your physique is very good, if your look is very good, and you're very good in communications, I think people adore and actually want to mimic and want to go and follow you. So that also plays a big role in getting things done like this.
Yes, and I'm sure you're setting an example for a lot of them who are associated with you, your friends, your family, people who work with you, and also the viewers who are watching you. So this was really valuable, and we are really, really happy that you are happy with the overall hair journey of the last 11 months. It's been 11 months to the
Yeah,
procedure.
first phase 11 months, second I think December, so second the mid patch actually still it's just been 9 months only.
Okay.
Hopefully I think after a year I think it could
Yes, it will
turn out more
enhance
better.
and grow longer in length and the thickness and everything. And before we wrap up, there's a quick rapid fire round that we do it with all our guests. So I am really looking forward to that with you. Yeah, shall we go ahead?
Let's do it.
So first we speak about few on finances. Yeah.
Okay.
So stocks or real estate, where would you personally park your money?
Stocks, obviously.
One financial habit you never compromise on.
Just keep investing, I think so. I don't allow money to lie idle. I also don't allow money to actually get into little unproductive use. That helps a lot because ultimately money attracts money. That's the lesson of the real world.
A common mistake most of the young investors make.
Trading.
If you could invest money in one of the sectors in the next 10 years, which sector would that be?
Artificial intelligence.
Risk or stability, what excites you more in investments?
At the start of my career, it was risk, but now it's stability.
Okay.
Because as we mature,
Yes.
we learn a lot. So now, yes, stability is more important.
True. Okay. And because you love nature and you love to travel as well, so tell us mountains or beaches, which is your ideal vacation spot?
Beaches.
One destination that you would love to go again and again?
Switzerland.
Singing or trekking, what relaxes you more? Because I know you also have this hobby of singing and you like singing and you also like traveling. So out of singing, trekking, what relaxes you more?
Singing, obviously.
Singing, yeah.
It soothes your soul very nicely.
A personal ritual that keeps you grounded every day?
Be religious, I think. If you're religious, you'll be down to earth throughout your life.
Yeah. And of course, Gujju segment has to come in since there are two Gujaratis talking. Okay. So we've kept a small Gujju segment as well. Because as Gujjus, everybody knows we are foodie. So yes. Dhokla, thepla, handwa, what is your favorite Gujarati item that you like to eat?
Handvi.
Handvi is what you like?
Yeah.
Navratri Garba nights or the Uttarayan kite flying, which festival is your favorite?
Garba is good.
Business and Gujaratis go hand in hand. What's the most Gujju thing about you in your business?
Try and multiply money.
Yeah.
That's the way Gujjus look at.
Yeah.
Okay. So intention is always that you find spaces where you can try and actually multiply money. So it's actually, we are all money minded, frankly. Gujjus are all money minded ultimately.
Yeah. Okay. If you had to describe Gujaratis in one word, what would it be?
Live life like king size.
Yeah.
That's the way they live.
Right, true. A little on your hair transformation. The first moment you felt that my hair transplant is like really worth it.
So yes, after 4 months of doing it, when you started seeing the hair growth in a normal way, that was very reassuring that okay, everything is going on right.
Yeah.
That's all.
If you could borrow any Bollywood actor's hairstyle, whom would you want? Whose hairstyle you love the most?
Shah Rukh Khan.
I think that's with
common,
everyone.
I think so,
yeah. Which song describes your hair journey? Zindagi ek safar hai or ye jo mohabbat hai? Which song?
Zindagi ek safar hai.
Okay. The most memorable compliment you've received after your hair transplant?
So my very close relatives who know me for many years, they're very happy to see this transformation. And they, whenever they see it, they say, oh, looks very natural. And it's a compliment which I keep getting from my close friends and relatives, which actually gives a lot of inner satisfaction.
Yes.
And it makes you more confident about the way you approach and go about.
Right. And the last one, what is your vision and what is your aim in the upcoming next 5 years?
Have a sizable wealth for yourself also created along with the journey of creating wealth for clients also. And have such sufficient wealth that you can enjoy it and you can actually travel the world and you can actually use that wealth for your betterment or probably for your satisfaction of whatever you made. Ultimately, otherwise you create but you leave it back and you don't enjoy life. So I want to just balance both work life and my social life and enjoyment.
Thank you once again, sir. It was a wonderful conversation. Really loved every bit of all aspects that we spoke of. All the very best for your future, and may you grow more and more. A lot of success, a lot of good health, and a lot of great travels ahead for you. Thank you once again for giving us your time and giving such valuable insight. It's going to motivate a lot of people who are watching you.
No. In fact, I am also thankful to Ashore for allowing me to be on this podcast, and hopefully, I see Ashore at each and nook and corner of the country going forward. That will be very great.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you once again.
Thanks.